All right, so today we are going to be spending some time talking about concavity. So hopefully you remember this little saying, or if you haven't, this is a good way to remember it. But concave up, like a cup, so or a smile, and then concave down, like a frown. Easiest way to remember it, and I definitely remember having those drawn for me in school. So that's how I remember it. So today we're going to do section 3.4, which is concavity and the second derivative test. So we're going to determine intervals on which a function is concave upward or concave downward. We're going to find points of inflection on the graph. And then we're going to use the second derivative test to find relative extrema of a function. So what does it mean for something to be concave? Well, it would mean that it would either curve upward or it could curve downward. It's something that has some form of a curve, and it doesn't just stay linear. It changes and it seems to get more and more steep or less and less steep. So concave upward. So concave up can look anything where as soon as it starts to go and make a cup like this, it could also be concave up, down like here, like that. That could be considered concave up. Anything that looks like it's going to make a cup. And concave down, similar thing. It can be concave down right here, or we could do a concave down, something like that. So those are the concave down versus concave up. So concavity can be determined by f prime of x. So if this is our function that we graphed here, we have f of x is equal to 1/3 x cubed minus x, and so that's what the graph looks like right here for that. And so hopefully you can see concavity is kind of determined here when this is getting less and less steep, then this is concave down. When this is getting more and more steep, it's concave up. So from this interval of negative infinity to 0, we see that f prime is decreasing, and then it's decreasing at a less rate. And then from 0 to infinity, the function f prime is increasing at a greater rate. So that's really what we're looking at in this scenario. Okay, so when we're talking about the second derivative, just as f prime describes the rate of change of f double prime describes the rate of change of f prime. So what we already know is that when f prime is positive, f is increasing. Same as when it's negative, f is decreasing. That's something that we already know. So now if f double prime is positive, that means that f prime is increasing, and we're going to say that f is concave upward. So when f double prime is negative, f prime is decreasing, and f is concave downward. So function f is concave up on an interval when f prime is increasing on that interval, and a function is concave down when f prime is decreasing on that interval. We also want to note that f double prime is positive and f double prime is negative. And so this deals with our second derivative.